Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a wonderful book of mine called Akasha, Queen of the Damned, written by Anaïs Giulia. I'm the author of the book, and the cover reads, Born of fire, bound in darkness, Akasha rules the forgotten, those cursed, broken, and banished. But as ancient powers stir and betrayals bleed through eternity, even a queen of the damned must choose vengeance or something more dangerous, hope, a haunting tale of power, exile, and the price of becoming legend. So the story of Akasha, if somebody knows, it is quite famous. It is a vampire. It's like the first woman vampire. And if I was to describe the book in just a few words, from the atmospheric qualities of it, I will describe it as a dark red, words as obsession, power, struggle, darkness, fantasy, emotion, lyrical edge. There's like a boldness to Akasha. Queen of the Damned, the subtitle of the book. This is what Akasha represents. She's a queen, a very powerful queen. At the same time, the story begins with her almost like after thousands and thousands of years, she awakens. She awakens from her sleep, and she starts to rekindle her power, her strength, who she is, and she wants to take her throne back, and that requires some type of vengeance, some type of power struggle, some type of darkness, that conjure her. So Akasha already, when the word Akasha appears, it's said that it's almost like an entire power, entire cloud, it's like even the nature responds to her. She's very, very powerful. And it is a fantasy book. It's a fantasy novel. I have written it my way. It's not a new idea, Akasha. There's even a movie called Akasha, which is very beautiful. But I wanted to write my own novel about her. And the book has almost 200 pages. I would like to read the beginning for us. The Queen of the Damned, Akasha. The serpent sleeps. The world has forgotten her name. Buried in stone, shrouded in myth, Akasha lies dormant beneath centuries of silence. Her body, flawless and eternal, rests on a throne forged in obsidian, beneath the ruins of an ancient temple, drowned in shadows and time. Time itself bent around her. Even the gods have ceased to whisper her name. But she is not dead. She dreams of blood, of kingdoms, of the world bent beneath her heel. Once she ruled not just as a queen, but as a goddess. Mortals bowed, vampires trembled. Her kiss was both ecstasy and extinction. She was the beginning, the mother of all, the perfect predator. But they feared her power, and so they buried her, betrayed her, hoping the world will move on. Fools, for the serpent only sleeps, and tonight she awakens. The nightclub pulsed with sound, low, hypnotic bass. Like a heartbeat in a tomb, smoke curled like incense in the air, and bodies moved in ritual frenzy under strobing lights. A cathedral of the damned, modern and decadent. She chose this palace. Her return will be witnessed. Glass shattered, the air changed. A wind that was not wind swept through the club, and with it came the scent of all blood, jasmine, and fire. Then she appeared, Akasha, 6,000 years of beauty and death, encased in a body sculpted by ancient gods. Her skin gleamed like polished mahogany, her eyes molten obsidian, rimmed with cold darkness. Her long braids flowed like serpents. She wore no crown, yet the room bowed before her. Fear took them, desire held them. She walked like a flame, slow, deliberate, deadly. Where she passed, hearts stopped, some literally. A man touched her shoulder, enchanted by the sight of her. She smiled, revealing fangs like pearls. He died before he hit the floor. She turned her gaze to the DJ booth, the music bending to her will. Beats fell into silence, even the lights dimmed, unable to compete with her glow. "I am Akasha," she said, her voice velvet thunder, "and you are mine." No one moved. They couldn't. Her power rolled off her in waves, serpentine, liquid, absolute. She didn't feed, not yet. She didn't need to. Her hunger was not just for blood, it was for control, for worship, for the return of her throne. A lesser vampire in the crowd recognized her and dropped to his knees, trembling. "My queen." She smiled again. This one she might keep. Akasha ascended the club's highest platform like it was a dais, the crowd unconsciously making way. From her perch she looked down upon the mortals and monsters alike. "I am the night," she declared, "and I have come to reclaim my world." And every soul in that room understood. The queen of the damned had returned. Akasha sat upon her throne of stone and ash, one leg draped elegantly over the other, a trail of crimson trickling down her fingers. Marek's remains were a fine dust beneath her feet. The old council had fallen with a single war. Only a whisper of her name and a glance from her eyes. She didn't need armies. She was the apocalypse. Delphine knelt at her side, head bowed. Others gathered. Now, lesser vampires drawn by the force of her return. They came one by one, draped in leather and velvet, their faces both reverent and afraid. "My queen," Delphine said softly, "what would you have us do?" Akasha looked at them with a gaze ancient and merciless. "There are too many," she said, voice like the fall of dusk. "Too many parasites, weak blood. We breed like vermin now, half-bloods, pretenders, children who forgot their mothers." She stood, her voice rising like a dark aria. "I will burn the rot from the line." Some gasped, others bowed deeper. "I will make our kin holy again, glorious, feared. There will be no more hiding in the shadows, no more feeding like beggars. We are gods, and gods do not grovel." A young vampire dared to speak. "But queen, if we kill our own, who will we follow?" Akasha descended the steps, graceful and slow, like the venom drop from a fang. She caressed his cheek with one clawed finger. "We do not need followers," she whispered. "We need believers." She sank her fangs into his throat, drank deeply, and let his body drop to the floor. "Cleanse the cities, destroy the weak, turn only the worthy." Elsewhere in the city of Aveline, Julian Wolf was dreaming again. He always dreamed of fire, but tonight the flames had a name, Akasha. He had never seen her, not in life, but in the dream. She came to him, eyes like ancient stars, mouth stained with blood and seduction. She called to him across the void of centuries. He awoke in sweat and silence, the name on his lips like curse. Julian was no one, a historian, a scholar of the dead. He taught folklore to bored university students and wrote papers no one read. But lately the pages of history had begun to bleed, literally. Blood soaked his manuscripts. Symbols he didn't remember, writing etched themselves into the margins, and always her name. It was as something had chosen him, marked him. That night Julian opened the leather-bound journal he had found buried beneath the ruins of Saint Therese. The pages trembled in his hands. Her story was scrawled there in ink and madness. Akasha, first of the blood, queen of the damned, mother of the night. And then, written in crimson, "The serpent will rise when the world forgets its fear. She will seek the mirror that sees her soul." So the book, this is the beginning of the novel, and I will still like to talk a little bit about Akasha. So the story of Akasha is, it speaks very much about her power, of her dominion, her strength, her merciless, type of vampire that has no mercy, has no limit to herself. There's a certain power that comes with it, and rightful so, because she does have these qualities. And I think it's a very powerful and beautiful tale of the Queen of the Damned, and it's a very bold type of book for those who enjoy stories about vampires. Akasha is definitely like one of the first, and It is the story goes on, and to say there is a connection between a normal man and Akasha, which she falls in love with, and at the same time now she struggles between her power, her dominion, her strength, and the feelings that she feels for this man. So there is a inner struggle that plays within her. At the same time, I don't think she's a negative character, because Akasha does fight for those which are broken, those who are cursed and banished. She does remind me a little bit of Lilith, or of characters like Medusa, no, because it's connected to the serpent, and Lilith's powers as well, which is all about not bowing to anyone, knowing the strength, being in the power, in the control, on their throne, no, and that's who they are. So there is no lie when it comes to Akasha, no. She actually hates people who lie or people who are weak. Her strength comes from truth, from some type of dangerous elements that come with her. She's extremely powerful. They say that one gaze of her is enough to kill a man, no. In the same time, she's a seductress, so she's very seductive, and almost like humans give themselves freely to her, because she's able to magnetize, she's able to hypnotize anyone that she desires. So desire and love, it's almost like a easy game for her. But when she meets Julian, this man, it's almost to say he doesn't want to give himself to her, and that makes her mad. That makes her wanting him even more. No, it's almost to say when you can have anything in the world, the one thing that you cannot have, it's the one thing you want the most. And so her power is even said, even if she was asleep for centuries, once she appears, no one can stand in her way. Her power is so strong that she immediately takes back her throne. No, that's only to say how strong, how unforgettable she is. So the colors of the novels, it's almost like a dark crimson, a red pomegranate, reminds of blood, of passion, of fire, of love, of madness, of almost like a eternity. It's like eternity flows through her vein. She is eternal, she is powerful, she is a queen. And I wanted to write the novel almost in her honor, to honor, the myth of Akasha, the dark princess, the dark queen. And it is a very interesting novel. I do love it very, very much. The cover is very beautiful as well. It shows Akasha on her throne, in her power, in a very beautiful gown. It's almost to say she is aware of her power, and there is no element of her that there is no fear, there is no doubt, there is no weak feelings, as she sees these feelings as weak. No, so she is very cold in her appearance, very arrogant. No, in the same time, that's who Akasha is. That's what she represents. She represents darkness. She represents fire. She represents ancient powers, eternity, and at the same time other feelings as dangerous, or some type of anger or vengeance that she carries in her blood as well. She is a legend, so very easy for me to be fascinated by her and want to write a book about her, my own book about Akasha. And she thinks of herself as invincible. She has the power to destroy or dissolve anything that might have the power or strength to stay in her way. Almost to say that almost doesn't exist. In the same time, in the novel, the power of her power, is a little weakened by the feelings of love she feels for this man, and that almost like makes her angry, makes her in a way unstoppable, no, to get her prize, to get the things that she wants. She's willing to do anything to get what she wants. At the same time, I don't think she's as superficial as many could see her, because she does have a plan, she does have her goal, she does have her own manifesto, no, and she does carry this power, but that power too is with a meaning that she creates for herself. She does think of the future. She feels like a lot of time has passed, and she has to gather her strength or power to recreate or clean, or how to say, like reform her world, no? As I've said, she's untouchable. At the same time, there are people who try to betray her, so she's willing to create any type of bloodshed or any type of war. She's not scared of that. She's a warrior, and she's willing, as I've said, to do absolutely anything to get her way, to be victorious in the end. I think one can learn a lot from Akasha, no, from her strength, from her power. She is finally a survivor, and a warrior. She's stronger than any man, and I think it's one of the few female characters that give this type of strength and power to a woman. No, in general, in books or in movies, the women are always depicted weak or in need of help. Akasha is the opposite. She could not be more far away from that than one can imagine. If you liked the story of Akasha and you're interested to read my novel, you can find it on Amazon internationally. You can type my name, Anaïs Giulia, or write the title of the book, Akasha, Queen of the Damned, and you can have it delivered to you anywhere in the world where you are, each country. Amazon ships internationally, and you can have the book, you can read it, you can enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, bye.